Yeah, early.
Oh.
And looking at the names, they are from Thailand.
Oh.
And also from Vietnam. Praise God.
That's good.
Yep, and maybe also from Indonesia.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow, we talk about Southeast Asia participation. Praise God.
Great job.
All right, everyone's ready? Hi, Chua.
Hi, Noel.
How are you?
Fine here.
Yeah, praise God, praise God. All right. All ready?
Yes, my
Waiting
side.
for Amar, Kenny.
Yeah, very good. Fantastic. All right. Okay. Let me just turn on the video so that our visitors, our participants get to see the person on the other side. Right, let me just put on virtual background first. I don't see my messy, working area. Sure, I've got a nice. Oh yes, I will do the one that Cole did. You like this one? You see it? You see my virtual background?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. This is Cole's awesome work.
The Linux is outside.
No, it's actually not outside. It's actually inside, looking out.
Okay.
That one not outside yet.
Praise God. Are you in the office, Cole?
Yes.
You are. Okay.
Not yet at all.
Okay. You want to put up your slides?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, look at that. They're also punctual. It's so early. Praise God. We have people very excited.
Hello.
Hi,
Hey, Cole.
Amar.
Hi, Noel. Nice background, Noel.
Yeah, this is Cole's artistic talent.
Yeah. Someone is looking at you back from. Yeah, good.
Praise God. I need to sit a little bit to the right so that you don't block the.
No, actually, that's interesting, Noel, because when people look at you, they try to find what's happening. If you are giving a clear,
what's that behind my head? Huh?
Yes, because it's like someone is getting into your window.
Someone looking in from the outside, is it?
Yes.
Yeah, that's actually, you're right. It's true. If I say like this, then you think, who is that looking over his shoulder? Yeah. So I got to do this. Yeah. You see my friend, the emperor penguin.
Correct.
Praise God. Okay.
Good.
All ready, Amar?
Yes. I'm doing live, by the way, Noel.
Okay. Never mind. Why not?
Yeah.
Why not? Okay.
Yes. Because few things I felt it will be good when we are doing live. So.
Okay.
Yep. Go.
Yes.
Is it something new? Mask?
No, I'm in the office.
Oh, okay. It's mandatory, is it? In the office?
Yes.
Okay, understand. Let me also change my background if possible. Do we have an option for video blooming on the background? Do we have an option? I'm just curious. Okay. Let me try.
Let me also try. How do you do that?
Let me see. I have a small file. Okay. It doesn't allow. Okay. Got it. It takes only picture. Hey.
Hello.
How are you?
Very good. Thank you for joining.
Welcome. It's a pleasure.
I haven't heard your voice and the rest of the team for a while.
Yes. I was in vacations.
It feels like a lifetime. It's only a few weeks, but it feels like a lifetime, I guess it's probably because you were connecting every week, right? So it became like a rhythm, right? Thank you for making time and joining us. I think you like the sessions. Wow, we have a very good what do you call the spread. Very good spread. I look at the names of the people from Malaysia, from Singapore, from our good friend from Poland as well, whom I always struggle to pronounce the name. I'm so sad, right? Yeah, Prem. Okay, I hope I said it right. Okay, from Thailand, from all over. Praise God. This is a very international group. Very international. Very good. From Philippines, from Indonesia, from Vietnam. Very good. Excellent. Excellent. And the wonderful thing is they're also punctual.
By the way, a quick tip to everyone before we start on time. So on Teams, we have an option when we go for a more actions to switch on your live captions. If someone is not able to follow our speed, if someone wants to go through by reading, it may be helpful. As you are early, we just wanted to give a tip. It can be helpful for your daily meetings too.
Yeah, turn on the live captions.
Yeah.
Right. If we turn on our live captions, they won't see it, right, Amar?
Yeah, that's where I'm saying they can switch on so that it helps for them to go through. Yeah. So Ko, is the screen shared by Ko? Yeah, Ko, do you want to just showcase them? How do they switch on the live captions?
Do you have that option in the Teams, Ko?
Yes.
Yes.
It should be.
Yeah. You can turn on the live captions on your side and see what happens.
Okay, I turn on already. Can you see it working?
No, for us it is working because I have switched on. You should able to see when we are talking also.
Yeah, correct. Yeah. So it's per setting. It's based on the user setting.
No, so just go to your three buttons, more actions.
Yeah, correct.
Just click on.
Yeah. I on it already. I enable it already.
Okay. When we speak, you are able to see the captions on the below.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just like the detection feature.
Correct. Yeah.
Subtitles.
Subtitles. Correct.
Got it, right?
Yeah. 100%. That's the beauty of Windows, which has been evolved in last 7 years, right? Because it's not easy an operating system with the success of so many millions of active devices, right? The good thing is it's improving.
Zod is also on from Australia. Welcome. Welcome. We have truly a very international group.
Yeah.
Oh, Gabby, welcome.
Oh.
Yes. Yes, we truly have an international audience. Praise God.
That's good.
We have almost 500 people RSVP, you know.
Correct.
I think this is probably the most we have had since we started the group early this year.
Correct.
Praise God. Having the right content at the right time with the right kind of approach, right? Awesome.
Well, thank you everyone for joining earlier.
Yeah. Hey Amar, do you have any good videos we can show?
Let me just look for right now.
Yeah.
I should have for sure.
Not licensing videos though.
Obviously.
Amma, you can just take over the screen directly, right?
I'm just sharing my screen, Ko.
Yeah. Do I need to stop sharing? No need.
I took already. Are you all able to see this?
Yes.
Okay, let's see with the volume. Yeah.
Okay. Since we have time, as well play some nice, videos to introduce some of the topics.
Hello. Amma.
Hi, everyone.
Yep. Let me play one more. Noel, anything specific you want me to play beyond this? Can you hear me, Noel? You are on mute, by the way. Sorry.
Sorry. Talking to myself.
Yeah.
You have anything on Windows Server?
Windows Server. Yeah. Let me just see. Meanwhile, I'll just stop my sharing. Yeah.
I actually have something quite interesting on AI and neural. All right.
Would be interesting too.
This is something that was done during Inspire a couple of years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I know some people have seen it, so but might be worthwhile showing it again.
Yep.
Let's see. Let me just close some of the windows that I have opened. Yeah. Let me just open this and see. Yeah. Open.
No, your webcam looks different today.
Really? How is that?
The angle different.
Oh, really?
Very clear.
Oh, okay.
Noel, after you, I'll play 2 videos. One more of a Windows Server data center benefit, and second is basically product value prep of a Windows Server again. 2 videos.
Okay, why don't you play yours first?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Include computer
Hi,
sound.
Kenny.
Hey,
Hi,
Kenny.
Hi.
Kenny,
you guys
whenever
are
I see you with this
early?
T-shirt, I look like Satya Nadella. For me.
Maybe. Inspiring me.
Yes. Yep.
Our version of Satya.
Yes, our
Okay.
team of Satya, you are the one.
Okay.
And you are the one who is focused on Azure more.
Uh,
Yeah.
Satya
So let me
love.
play.
Go ahead.
Every entrepreneur starts a business to grow, sustain, scale, and ultimately succeed. Whether your team size is 20 or 2,000, in today's normal, businesses need stronger IT infrastructure that is accessible, can perform, and scale on demand with virtualized systems and complete reliability. Windows Server 2019 Data Center is a complete package for all the needs of your growing business. It comes with high availability and built-in disaster readiness, facilitating business continuity. When used for storage, it increases capacity easily within the server and beyond, making it highly scalable. This can result in an affordable total cost of ownership. Windows Server 2019 Data Center, through its licensing program, allows you to add unlimited virtual machines, while the built-in hybrid capabilities allows connectivity across multiple locations or to Microsoft Azure, as well as other clouds. The integrated and easy to set up hyper-converged infrastructure helps with higher performance and reliability, making it one of the fastest HCI solution with over 13 billion IOPS in a 12-node configuration. Enhanced security prevents and detects zero-day exploits, network attacks, data breaches, and manages access privileges to help with data safety, as well as regulatory and compliance objectives. With access to Windows Admin Center, you get a simplified, integrated, highly secure, and cloud-ready server management solution. It complements the born-in-the-cloud monitoring and management capabilities with per server, per cluster granular troubleshooting and configuration. Windows Server 2019 Data Center makes it possible to modernize existing applications and build what's next with cloud-native apps using containers and Kubernetes, along with the flexibility to run Linux and Windows containers side by side. Achieve maximized return on technology and infrastructure investments. Upgrade to Windows Server 2019 Data Center.
Hope you liked it. Yeah. So I have one more video, Noel. Can I play before you?
Yes, go ahead. And then we start first. Then
Yeah,
you
then
can
we'll
do
This is
mine.
basically, yeah. So this is basically a conversation video. How do we select Windows Server against? Yeah. Let's see.
Ajay, you look worried about something. What's going on?
I need to upgrade my servers as my business is growing steadily, but all our systems seem to be slowing down or crashing. I have spoken to many experts and I'm confused between a Windows Server license and the other options.
Yeah, that can be a tough one. Do you know what kind of loads you will be handling through your infrastructure?
Yes, actually I do.
That's good. Maybe I can help you with my experience then. About a year ago, I needed to connect all my branches. My entire team used company email, printers, ERP, database, and storage servers.
Okay, that's very similar to my setup right now.
Well, then I recommend that you opt for the Windows Server license over the other options out there. Here are my top 5 reasons for the choice I made. Windows Server 2019 has security at each layer, and it is hybrid compatible, so we could do a blend of on-site and cloud-based servers. It was extremely easy for us to set up and is compatible with the other applications. Based on our workloads, we have opted for the Data Center Edition, which gave us the benefit of unlimited virtualization. We also got Windows Admin Center, which allowed us to manage our complex IT infrastructure from a single panel. It really is one solution for all your business needs.
But Windows Server 2019 is a paid license and will block some of my expansion budget.
That is true, but in the long run, the cost of the Windows Server 2019 data center license proved to be more cost effective for us because we could easily scale data centers using software-defined compute, storage, and networking technology. And honestly, there can be no better gift to an organization than unlimited virtualization, which means there is nothing slowing us down.
Makes sense. And since I'm also looking for modern IT infrastructure and scale towards the future, I guess I'll need to consider HCI as an option as well.
I know, right? Especially since the support for Windows Server 2008 and 2008 R2 has ended. So you will need to invest in modern IT infrastructure upgrade. So it makes sense to not miss out on an opportunity like this.
You are right. Thanks, buddy.
How was it? Go, did you decide it? Yeah. Noel, over to you.
Good. Let me see. Somehow I cannot find that particular video I wanted to show because that one is a very good one to bring out the value of hybrid, right? Especially around some of the newer workloads, like in a on-prem plus Azure perspective, right? I think maybe what we'll do is we just bring up the introduction slide that Cole has, right? And in the meantime, let me keep looking and see whether I can find that bit better. By the way, I'm still sending out the meeting to people who register last minute.
Very good. So we shall start in a couple of minutes.
Mm-hmm. Actually, maybe to fill up that couple of minutes, I can play this very simple to understand video from Thomas Maura. You guys know Thomas? He used to be a long-time MVP and now one of the lead solution architects in Microsoft in Corp.
Yes. My favorite hybrid type.
Let me just put this up. I'm just going to steal the screen for a minute.
No problem.
Okay. Make sure I've got the sound going through. Somehow I cannot turn on the sound. Why is that? Come on. Let me on. Too many windows open, my screen is very slow.
Noel, you need to work only on servers. Your PC require more memory and support for you. You have a huge workloads. By the way, your camera is hung, Noel, looks like.
Yeah.
Hi, everyone.
You found it?
I'll be joining back shortly. I think he has some problem with Teams.
Can you try to check with Noah? I think he's disconnected.
Yeah, maybe he's rejoining.
Oh, it's 5:30 already. Shall we start?
Let's give a minute.
Yeah.
Before we start call.
Wow, we have participants from Sydney, Australia.
Thank you everyone for joining. Yes, a lot of people are joining from different regions, different countries too.
I think we shall start it.
Yep. Go ahead, go.
Good day, everyone. Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can go.
Alright. Thank you for joining. During pandemic periods, please stay safe and stay connected. I'm Cole from CCK Consolidated Holdings Berhad. Today, I'm glad to be joined Microsoft Hybrid User Group and come together with very exciting technology sharing and demos to show you real-world, real-life scenario within this global pandemic period. The global pandemic has stopped us from travel around, but it doesn't ever to stop us from technology exploring, solution testing, and of course sharing. As we all know, sharing is such a powerful tool that enabling us to enlightening others as well as ourselves. If you have any questions during the event, kindly drop them into the chat box windows and we will be happy to answer that. There will be a feedback form shared in the chat windows. Your feedback is important to us to have better understanding on your comments and your areas of interest. Without further ado, let's introduce members of my team who are going to enlighten you today as a participant for event. Before I start, I would like to take this opportunity to thank Noel by leading us here and making this event a great success. All right, let's the introduction begin. First of all, we are going to have Amar, who is a technology consultant based in India. He will share with us on the overview of the latest coming soon client OS, which is Windows 11. After that, we are going to have Chua, pre-sales consultant from eGate Messaging Sdn Bhd, who will walk you through latest Windows Server 2022, especially in the area of remote desktop service and virtual desktop infrastructure. Moving forward, we are going to have BK and Kenny sharing about VDI hybrid to Azure, with Azure Virtual Desktop. Last but not least, I will talk about a love story between Microsoft and Linux. Without further ado, let's the demo begin by having Amar about his overview on Windows 11. Over to you, Amar.
Thank you, Ko.
Welcome.
Let me share my screen. Please confirm me. Okay, so you're able to see my screen, Ko?
Yes.
Okay. Hi, everyone.
But I
First
also
of all,
see my video
picture
on your screen. Yes.
Yeah. I made to start anything. Yeah. Thanks for that. Cool. First of all, everyone, very great thank. I know it's a late evening hours, and what as a community we wanted to bring to you guys is what we are learning, what we are feeling as an excitement, right? That's where the main thing we started this hybrid user group, and thanks Ko for leading it. And so before we jump into the demo, I would like to just start something about what I learned about a Windows 11, right? Let me just play a small recording. And request you all to please be on mute. And if you any queries, please put it on a chat window. It would help us to address easily. And we have all our teammates who can answer your queries. And I think few people have requested the recording. Yes, as an acknowledgement, when we send an email, we will be sharing you the recording as well. Thank you.
Hi everyone, welcome to everything new hybrid user group event. So let me start, as everything is new what we are speaking, let me start to show you a simple feature which has been not much used in the earlier systems and which has been improved, especially with Windows 11. Okay, that's basically a feature called dictation. Okay, so what exactly and how it works, dictation, I'll just show you a live demo. Okay, so for example, if I want to take a dictation on my PC with whichever the application I prefer, it may be Word, Excel, or PowerPoint, or any application which is running on Windows. To start with, the first shortcut for dictation is Windows H. Okay, so when you start this Windows H, automatically it starts listening you. You see now, this is how it works. Okay, so let me just show you how much speed it takes and continuously take my notes. And the good thing with the improved and Windows 11 the dictation feature, it actually even takes auto punctuations. Let me just start. Okay, as we know, Windows is one of the largest ecosystems in the world and is a platform for working, learning, playing, and connecting. Right, so we all are using Windows from a long time. So when Microsoft announced Windows 11, Microsoft said that this is the new era of hybrid working, learning, and living with Windows 11 because Windows has been at the heart of a cultural shift. Every major version of Windows was built with a goal in mind, and it was a significant step and shift forward. Windows 11 specifically built to bring you closer what you love, whether that is for friends and family, co-workers, hobbies, or activities like gaming. Basically, one of the observations Microsoft said in the announcement is customers are overwhelmed that they are spending an average of 29% more time on their devices with the pandemic impact. So, which is leading to overstimulation with a variety of visuals and sounds they experience all the day. Customers' experiences is really varied. Some people live alone and rarely see others during the week. Some are living at home with their family. Right? This is the real world which we are all living. So Microsoft heard loud and clear that PC has shifted in customers' mind comparing to the smartphone. Customers are asking for the same experiences on their smartphone to be on their PCs on larger screens where they are already spending most of their time. And few customers said that reaching for the smartphone now feels like an extra step when they are on their PC all the day. So that's where one of the thought Microsoft looked into it and started the new development of Windows 11 which can be very easy or which can be very simple to use with the lighter navigations or easy browsing of applications, and to make easily connected with the people. Sorry. And especially the content, how in a single pane of a design or a window, people can browse the interested panels or interested areas of content in a single window kind of. Okay. And gaming is one of their priority. Generally, Microsoft never paused the gaming innovation. That is also continuing. So this is the main topic, focus areas for the next few demos. Now you could see the dictation, how much accurately it is taking, right? Thank you.
Yeah, so basically I just wanted to just showcase one of frequent use tool in my PC. Generally I use because when I'm on a specific learning using a different contents on a YouTube or others, right? I used to miss out some continuation audios, right? So that's where I started using dictation. It is helping me to take the notes, especially when I'm missing out some calls, that kind of things. And especially in this dictation was available already in earlier versions of Office, which is basically like in Word. Now, what Microsoft has brought it is with the Cortana integration with the AI backend, right? Automatically, whatever your default mic is there, it can capture your entire voice, which can be helpful for your notes, or you can say if you are in a meeting, if you want to just take some information, it would be helpful, right? So the good improvement, especially with the Windows 11 on the dictation, which has been earlier also, is it actually identifies your punctuations, where you want to pause and where you want to have exclamatories and other things. Okay, yeah. So without making late, yes, I know most of you all would be interested to see full-fledged Windows 11. Okay, so before we get in, right? So I would like to just showcase. This is a first screen experience what I have seen Windows 11. Okay, as of now, the version what I am using, this is basically a preview version because Microsoft has announced just a month ago Windows 11, right? And as of now, to get into the market, it will be minimum of August late, basically last week of August and September first week or second week. Within this time period, Microsoft would be releasing Windows 11 as a general availability. As of now, the bits what I am using, I'm using the preview bit, what we call, basically for testers, what we use different features and release of options, we can able to get it a little bit early. So for that, if anyone is interested, if someone wants to just try on their PC, this is the link which I would be pasting on the chat window, where you can able to register yourself and try to get the trial versions or try to get the insider version before it comes as a final one. Okay. Second one, I would like to just showcase before we get into the demo. I would like to just showcase one important thing, because this is one of a myth what I have read in multiple blogs, that a lot of customers are feeling that, oh, their PC may not be compatible, right? Their PC may require a little bit higher end configurations. More than all, what we need to keep in mind is if your PC is the recent versions, maybe like last 7 years or 5 years, right? Your PC is eligible for a Windows 11 for easy upgrade or a free upgrade, as Microsoft announced. Only the two differences what we need to keep in mind is, one, Microsoft took every PC for a security on a high priority. That is where in most of our hardware, whatever the PC we have, right, it should have a minimum of TPM 2.0. TPM is basically a trusted platform module. What you can able to see here, right? This has to be there on your PC so that your PC is eligible for upgrading to Windows 11. Second is your PC should be enabled with a secure boot. These are two default hardware requirements beyond the normal configuration requirements. Okay, that is where your PC will be eligible to get upgraded. Actually, our core team, we tried even on a Hyper-V and a virtual machines, how do we upgrade to Windows 11? We found few simple steps to be enabled for secure boot and TPM to be enabled. So we could able to do even on a VM. So one of our exciting next demo with Chuva on the VDI, it will also be explained. Okay, and I will be just sharing this link as well if someone would like to just follow and get more information. Okay, and next thing I just wanted to start is the first experience when I switched on my laptop, right? What I could see is, oh wow, why and I see the start menu is actually in the center, right? Is it something new or is it something mandatorily Microsoft made it? First question was, okay, I have been habituated to use Windows from more than a decade or 2 decades. How can I manage from the center button? That was my first impression. But after 1 or 2 days, I realized how can I manage that too. Okay. Before getting into that setting, I'll just try to showcase what actually the new things what they have Microsoft brought on the start menu. Okay. And the first impression, as earlier in the dictation I have explained, right? Microsoft observed a specific pattern of usage in last 1 year after the pandemic, right? Majority of the customers are spending more time on the larger devices because of work from home. With that, a lot of contrast colors also may affect them. That is one of a basic thing. Generally, we look at it as very basic, but as an ethical company, Microsoft thought how they can improve the user experience. That's one of a thought process. That's where Microsoft made in Windows 11 entire look and feel very easy, calm, and the visuals would be very flexible to use. Basically, it's like an acrylic or a glass finish. They call it as, okay. So what's new in the start, right? First thing, they have changed the logo from the sharp edges to the curve edges because the entire Windows of experience on a Windows 11 will be like this, the curve edges, okay? When I click on a first button, which is start button, I can see two different areas, okay? The first one is basically a pinned apps. What exactly pinned apps means? The regular usage apps for your day-to-day works. That is something what Microsoft has brought. And we have an options actually, if we need to move or prioritize this. And if we want to uninstall directly, the shortcut is also available. And by default, whatever the recent applications, whatever the productive applications are there, which has been highlighted in the pinned apps. Basically, it's like a shortcut, what we use on your phone, right? That's one way. Second is a lot of individuals actually try to understand or get habited with the old model style, right? If someone is interested to go back, they can just click on this all apps and they can still browse all the applications, whatever is installed on the PC in the alphabetical manner. For example, if I want to just browse Edge, we can just do. And the experience, what you can see is when I'm clicking anything, it's very smooth and very silent, right? The second important one on the start screen, what I can see is the recommended apps. What actually the recommended file, sorry, right? What exactly is recommended means, so if I'm using a multiple devices, okay, if I'm using a single device with by outlook.com or hotmail.com or live.com, right, all the recent files I have browsed with multiple devices can be shortcutly showcased on the start screen. Means wherever I have paused myself, basically if I'm on the go, if I'm working on a Word file on a proposal, right, it may be on a OneDrive. I can come back here, I can just browse it from here itself and directly continue on it. I don't need to directly go to OneDrive and search for the file, but the recent files can be showcased here. So when I go to options more, I can see all the recent files. If you can see here, it's almost from last 10 days I'm using on it. It's you can able to see even the 10th March files also, right? This is how it is. So before I go for the next feature, I'll just try to showcase which version I'm using, okay? Yesterday itself, one of a release has been done in the insider preview for a developers, right? Which is called as a insider preview version 22,000.100. So this is the latest version which I'm using for the demo purpose live. Okay. The second area I wanted to just showcase is the search button. Yes, so this search button is available even on our start menu. And the second is basically available on the search button. What actually it does is it helps us to search the information from one click through the web or through the entire our local PC or through our OneDrive or whatever is synced with our email ID. That's how the search has been improved, and which is very light. Earlier search used to take a lot of time for us, but comparing to the earlier versions of Windows, I feel it's pretty easy and very simple. Okay. And third important thing is most of us, we are very much tied up with our multiple work schedules, right? We may be working on a multiple project lines, right? In that case, how do we differentiate our works? How do we actually share our screens? Because most of the cases, our discussions happens more of multiple project timelines and the informations, right? This is not very much new, but what Microsoft has improved in the virtual desktops is when you add virtual desktops, you have few options to choose and theme for a separate namings. Especially if I want to use a second desktop, okay, I can just choose a different background for it, right? That's all, right? So it's very simple. You can see here now the two screens are in different experience. Second, what I can do is I can actually go back to here and I can rename my entire area, basically like a project name. I can just mention it as project 2. So whatever the files I work on a project 2, it will be showcased only in the project 2 virtual desktop. The same way, when I come back to my desktop 1, I can see whatever is my priorities on it, right? So few simple improvements what they have brought, okay? One of a major thing what I have seen, especially on the improvement, is the notification area. We used to have an action center here. Now in this right corner, now no more action center we see. This is basically converted as a notification. I can see all the notifications which is coming directly onto one page. Secondly, one of the important thing what Microsoft has made actually is the view for your action center has been simplified. What all the top 6 or 7 areas of applications what we use or the features we use for our day-to-day laptop activities that has been brought here. And if we want to mute the entire PC rather just only Teams or rather just only a browser or a YouTube or any video which is running, you can control everything from here. This is basically a new action center, you can say, which is with the shortest and a simplified manner. And if someone wants to edit, which if they want to replace their default other features, which is also possible here. And the few more add-ons. Okay, before we get into the next add-on, I'll just try to showcase, and most of our people would be interested, which is a start button. How can I move that to left? Yes, obviously, most of would have been right. Even I was thinking the same for the first 2 days. Okay, because every time when I'm using my mouse or cursor, it's just going to the left corner. So then I realized how easy it is. So basically what Microsoft has made is they have actually redesigned even the taskbar. Okay. So first thing, I'll just showcase the start menu moving to the left. Okay. Next we will get into the other demos. Well, when I right click on my taskbar, I can see a taskbar settings. Okay. When I click taskbar setting, I'm on desktop 1. Yes, taskbar settings. Got it. You see here taskbar. This is where the entire settings have been moved. So if I want to change my taskbar behavior, which is basically a taskbar alignment for the start button, I just need to go here, which is on my settings, personalization on the taskbar, and just scroll down the list. You see, this is the easy way where we can able to move our start button to the left. As of now, I'm getting habited with the new, so that's where I'm just keeping it as a center. This is the first impression or the first screen look what you can able to see. And the main important thing what Microsoft has considered is ensuring the user spending more time on a PC will not affect to their lives with the contrast colors. That's the main motto. And secondly, I just wanted to give one more sense, which has been very famous feature everyone or a lot of people use. I can't say it's everyone, which is from the time of Windows XP, which is refresh button.
Hey, Amar, hello.
Hi, Amar.
Hello.
I think Amar is disconnected.
Hi, Amar. Yeah, I think he disconnected.
Yeah. Let's check it out.
Probably he has a connection issue.
Yeah, but while waiting for Amar to come back, I think, shall we continue to showcase Chua demo first?
Let's see. How much more time does he have?
About 7 minutes. Now it's going to utilize about 35 minutes a day. We should have 1.5 hours.
Yeah. Okay. Why not? Let's. Is Chua ready?
Sorry, I'm back.
Yeah. Okay. Welcome back.
Sorry, it was not a Windows issue. It was just my Wi-Fi. Sorry for that.
Yeah, you may take over the screen. Over to you. Thank you.
Yes, I have taken it back. Thanks for that. Yes. So I was just explaining how we can able to move our start button, the start menu, which is a taskbar central alignment. And the second important thing, what we can able to see is the Explorer, right? So Microsoft has brought Explorer very brand new, especially with the look and feel and the common menu, what we can able to see on the top, right? Basically, they want to make sure this common bar has to be very clean and secure and seen. So when I click on any folder, you can see all the icons get highlighted. As of now, being it's a preview, a lot of still improvements are going on. Every week, I'm receiving an update. Okay, this is my second experience. What I could see that it's very much improved and easy. And I was explaining about the refresh, right? So the first preview edition when they released, I was not able to find this refresh. And it was a little bit in a dark color and it was not able to option. So if someone is trying for a first time, if they wants to have an older experience, what they used to be habited, what they need to go from any page is show more options where they can see the exact. So what is that? It means is they're not stopping any experience which was there earlier. They are bringing more lively new things. So customer can use both the ways with the latest or the old patterns, what they wanted. That's how the Windows 11 has been designed in first level. And one more thing I just wanted to showcase before I go for a next demo is, if you see now, I'm actually on a Windows Explorer, right? And you can right click and see here, I don't see some options because here I don't have an actions to be taken. When I'm coming back to the desktop, I have an option for refresh and adding new, and I'm getting options for display and other settings, right? This is how one improvement they have brought. So what actually is happening is the memory utilization and the backend infrastructure dependency on your PC can be reduced based on the action, what exactly you want to perform. That's how it is. So, Ko, can you just confirm me, is my voice clear or audible?
Yes.
Hello?
Your voice is
Thanks.
clear.
Thank you.
But your video has some distorting.
Yeah, so video, I think it's my mobile broadband. It may take a little bit delay, but you're able to see my screen, right? Screen share.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Right. So the second, the other most excitement one is actually the dictation, which I have already showcased, right? So one more thing I will try to just showcase is when I'm using a multiple application. For example, if I am using an Explorer, okay, in parallel, I want to use two different applications. Okay, if I am on a call or something, how do I manage, right? So when I go to this option, which is like a maximize button, we have an option to directly to go to two screens. If I want to go for a 3-screen option, right? So I can just choose 3 screens at a time on a window to work equally on my requirements. This is something which they call it as snap layouts, which can be helpful. This is something which Windows 11 would be bringing full-fledged experience. Okay, and in the day before yesterday's version, what I could see is the previews. The previews of your open. See now, you have 3 different windows which is running on background. That is something I could see very much new. And from the yesterday's update, especially, okay, so I got an icon which is called Teams Chat. By default with Windows 11, when the general availability happens, every customer will receive this application as a shortcut available on your Windows 11 PC. How actually it's differentiate from the Microsoft Teams, what we use for our day-to-day calls, right? What they are bringing is, as of now, still it's in preview, so that's where I'm just explaining much more. What happened is all my phone contacts got synced to this one by using Outlook email ID, so that I can start chatting, I can start video calling, I can start even a group messaging from here itself from the PC. Yes, as why they have started again this is one of a value prep. What it is, most of the customers are spending more time on their PCs, right? Because they have continuous workloads which is running, so they can't go to the phone separately and spend more time. That's one of the area which they wanted to bring. That is something which they have started with. As of now, being its preview, it is just limited to contacts. When I started yesterday trying for it, I could able to send my message to the contacts. As of now, not much calls and other stuffs I could do. Okay, this is something which is very, very new. And the important feature which Microsoft is bringing, especially is a widgets, because on the phone, when someone is using a multiple follows, basically they may be following multiple applications, climate control, or messengers and all, right? So everything they can just see on widgets. So widgets is something which is available on your single window, where you can able to showcase easily, or where you can able to see every application or follow insights from your individual interest on a single window. So as of now, what I will just show is one more simple feature where you can able to get the latest informations, which is called as tips. Even this is available in Windows 10, but for Windows 11, I'll just show how tips have been also formalized in a simple way. So for example, if you want to see all about the widgets, okay, let me click on it. So for the shortcuts, basically Windows W is the shortcut for widgets. So when you click on it, if you are using a touch screen, you just need to swipe from the left corner. If you are using a non-touch PC, you will need to just use a Windows W or the button from the start window. Okay, from the start list in the below with the taskbar. Okay. The second thing, what you can able to see here, you can add your interest areas. What exactly you want to see on your widgets window. Basically, you want to follow multiple calendars, or you want to follow the climate, you want to follow some news. This kind of stuff directly you can able to see in one. And this option for removing the widgets from the existing default and add accordingly as per your requirements. And the next one is you have a flexibility of rearranging the priority of your widgets from the same window. And the good point is when you're customizing the single widgets, you have an options for the color, themes, and other selections as well. And one more option, what I liked is basically if I like some content directly, I can just click on a share and I can share it from my Teams default app or from my Outlook or whatever the application which I'm running, including I can copy the link and share it also. This is 6-7 things what Microsoft has brought, especially for the widgets on the recent stuff. Okay. And last thing I could able to tell you is Microsoft is bringing the resolution improvements for gaming. What actually happening is they are bringing an auto HDR capability, which was there in your Xbox, to your Windows PC, because nowadays the technology of Core i3s, i5s, or AMD processors, it has a auto resolution and a high definition resolution capable screens, which they are bringing to directly to your Windows PC itself on Windows 11, where the gaming experience will be seamless. That's the top 7-8 things I could able to explain right now. And with this, before I just hand over to Shua, I would like to play a very, very simple single video for you all. Okay. See, I could see if you have requested for a video. Yes, we would be sharing all the content what we are actually showcasing here. Apologies for my lag. I'm just connected on my broadband internet. If possible, if we are done with early, I can still just replay back it on the last. With this, I would like to request Chua to take over for the next demo on the video. Thanks everyone. If any questions, I would try to address from the chat window. Chua, you there?
Hi, Ama. Yes.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Ama. Thanks, Ama, for the great Windows 11 exploration showcase.
Thank you.
I'm sure that participants can't wait to have a hands-on and try it out.
Yep.
Without further ado, let's welcome Chua to start his demo on Windows Server 2022 overview with RDS for VDI. Over to you, Chua.
Okay, thanks. Let me share my screen.
Thank you.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for attending to this Everything New event. The topic I'm going to cover today is Windows Server 2022 RDS VDI. For those who don't know me, I'm Chua. I work as a business consultant in Widget messaging, and in this IT line for more than 18 years already. Here are some of my contact info. Feel free to contact me if you need my help. Well, about the RDS VDI, we have 4 demo topics. The first is about pool VDI and roaming profile. The second, auto rollback to original state. The third, VDI remote app. And I will take the chance to showcase the Windows 11 Sandbox. The last is about the Windows update in VDI. Okay, let's have a quick understanding about the Rds Vdi Deployment Architecture. For those environments who have the DMZ, or we call it parameter network, it's recommended to put this RD web access, RD gateway in the DMZ network because they are internet facing. While inside your production network, we can have these components. Example, RD connection broker, RD host, Active Directory, RD license server, and file storage. And let's talk about this file storage. It's recommended to be separated from the RD host because it's used to store the user profile data. And normally we will configure it as a roaming profile for the VDI. Okay, after you have understand the common deployment architecture, let's have a look at our demo environment topology. Compared to the previous diagram, this is more simple. So we have only one unit, Windows Server. And this Windows Server, as what you can see, is this unit. It's installed with the RD Web, RD Gateway, RD Licensing, RD Host, and the Hyper-V. All these rows together built into one unit server. And on top of it, we have a 3-unit Windows 11 as the VDI client. And we have another 1-unit Windows 11 installed with apps. And this Windows 11 with apps actually is for the remote apps publishing. And of course, we have 1-unit AD domain controller. Then for the team client, they will use the remote desktop connection to connect to the VDI server, or we call it RD host. And from it, we can open to connect to the Windows 11. Okay, let's take a look about the VDI server. So as what you can see, we are now at the VDI server. And this VDI server is installed with the Windows Server 2022 Data Center Edition. And from here, as what you can see, this VDI have 2 units of collection. Okay, we have a Win11 collection. And this Win11 collection installed with the 3 units, the virtual desktop, Windows 11. And we have second collection called RDS app. And this RDS app installed with 1 unit virtual desktop. And is also using Windows 11. And beside this one, this Windows 11 installed with Microsoft Office and Windows Sandbox. And I'm using this virtual desktop to publish this application. Okay, so Excel, PowerPoint, Windows Sandbox, Microsoft Word. So after this published out, so that these Windows 11 virtual desktop pool can use the apps to access to the application if they want. Okay, in this demo, I will show you the concept of pool VDI and the roaming profile. As what you can see in the collection number 1, Win11, we have the 3 virtual desktop with, we call it Win11 1, 2, and 3. And for this virtual desktop, doesn't have any user connected to. Now I switch to the team client. That's where you can see the name from WFHT client 01. Okay, and from for this team client, in order for me to connect to the VDI, I need to open a browser and key in the URL https followed by the Vdi Server, then /rd web. The concept is like accessing to the remote apps portal. Okay, then I have to key in the credential of the user. So after key in, I click sign in. So as what you can see, this is a RD web access portal. So in order for me to connect to the Win11 VDI, I have to click this icon. Click open file, then click the connect. So once connected to the VDI PC, I can see that the profile belongs to the user 1. And right now, I'm connected to which PC of the VDI? I don't know. Okay. In fact, you can know through this right-click this PC and click Properties. Okay, from here, I can know that I'm connected to the Win11-1. If I switch to the VDI server, from here, I also can know that this user 1 connected to the Win11-1. Okay, but this only can be accessed by administrator. So now I connect to the second team client and I key in the password for the user 2, click sign in. So I click this Win11 one, open file. Okay, once I connected, then I can see that the look and feel is different from the user 1, as the profile are different and the file stored for each user are also different. Okay, now let me switch to the VDI server. And from here, if I click refresh, I can see that the user 2 connect to the Win11-2. So the connection is actually random and it doesn't follow by the order. Okay, and it's a first come, first serve basis. Okay, now I switch to the team client 1, and I'm going to create a file in the desktop. So I name this file as a name called test, and inside I key in a word called hello and save it. Okay, now I'm going to sign out from this PC. Okay, and sign out to the RD web as well. After that, I will sign in again. Then I connect to this RD web and this VDI PC. And we need to supply the credential. So once connected, I can see that the file I created just now still appear. Okay, but if I check the PC, it's no longer the Win11-1, but now changed to Win11-3. Okay, so this means that the connection is based on the first come, first serve basis, and also is a random. And secondly, although you connected to the different PC, but your file, what you see and what you save is still the same. Since this proof that you are using the roaming profile. So in VDI environment, it doesn't matter which PC you are actually connected to. So the important thing is the roaming profile, which your file is actually saved in another place. So no matter which PC you're connected to, your file are still available to serve you. In VDI, there's a function called auto rollback. This function is actually to prevent users from make changes to the PC, such as install apps. Okay, let's start the show now. So right now I'm at the team client one. Okay, and the PC I'm connected is called Win11-3, and I'm connected using the user one. I have an apps downloaded to the downloads folder, and I try to install it. Okay, I supply the credential for administrator. So next thing is to start the installation. Okay, once the installation done, I will check. So I key this Win RAR. You can see that there's an apps here. Okay. Next thing, I'm going to sign out. So if I switch to the Vdi server, as well you can see, this is Win11-3. When the time I sign out, it will start to roll back. Okay, and now it roll back to the original state. Okay, if I go to this console and I refresh, so I can see that user 3 no longer connected to the Win11-3. And now I will actually switch to the team client and try to connect again. And hopefully I will connect back to this Win11-3 so that I can prove that the Win RAR doesn't appear anymore in that PC. So let me switch back to the Win11 the team client, and then I connect. Okay, key in the credential. Okay, once connected, the first thing I need to check is whether is it the Win11-1, sorry, Win11-3. So I check by right click this PC and choose properties. Oh, I'm so lucky. So I'm still connected back to the Win11-3. So the next, I try to search the Win RAR. Is it appear or not? So as what you can see, I cannot find the Win RAR app which I installed just now. So this proves that the rollback function is actually working, and it tried to prevent the user from make changes to the PC. Okay. Well, VDI come with the capability to publish remote apps. As what you can see from this collection number 1, we have the 3 virtual desktop, but doesn't have any remote app published. Well, for the collection number 2, Rds app, we have 1 virtual desktop, and with virtual remote app publishing. And all these remote apps published actually from the Windows 11 app-1. So the main difference between remote app in the VDI and the remote app in the RDS is remote app in the VDI can be published using any OS in this virtual desktop. It can be Windows 11, Windows 10, or Windows Server. While RDS remote app can only publish application from Windows Server. So this is the main difference. Let's switch to the team client. Okay, from this team client, I already connected to the VDI. And as what you can see here, I'm connected to the Win11-3. and log in using the user one. On the desktop, I have the PowerPoint, Windows Sandbox, Microsoft Word, Excel RDP file. And how can I get this RDP file? In fact, it's very easy. I just need to open and log into the RD web page. Then, let's say you want to download this Word, you just click this, and then there will be the RDP file downloaded to your download folder. So what you need to do is you just need to cut this and paste it to your desktop and rename it. So you can get something like this. So now let's say I want to open the PowerPoint using the remote apps in the VDI. What I need to do is just need to double click. Okay, then the PowerPoint will open like in the normal way. Okay, so another example, I want to open the Microsoft Word. Same thing, I just need to double click and I will get is what I want in the normal way. Right, very cool. And you may ask, since I can actually install Microsoft Office into the VDI PC, why I still need this remote app? Just imagine if you need to use a very resource hungry application, such as maybe the something like AutoCAD or Windows Sandbox, okay, which require many CPU and the RAM resources, which is more than what you have inside this VDI PC. How can you achieve that? So the answer is through these remote apps. So here I have published the Windows Sandbox. Let's try open this and see. And once loaded, you can see that I have another Windows 11 built into the nested inside this Windows VDI. Okay, so what is the purpose for this Windows Sandbox? It's actually for you to test or to open some file which may be harmful to your PC. So take example here, I have a file called fishlink.txt, and I'm not sure this file, is it virus or is something useful for me, and I'm not there to open inside my PC. So with this Windows Sandbox, you can solve your problem. So now you can copy the file and paste into this Windows Sandbox. Okay, once the file inside the Windows Sandbox, you can open it without any worry, because if it is a virus, it won't actually spread into the real PC, but you will only infected inside this Windows Sandbox. So from here, once I open the file, okay, I can see that, oh, it's not a virus, but inside got the link, and I'm not sure this link, is it supposed to be open or not. Okay, so we'll treat this as a web page, although we can know that this is the PNG file, which is a picture. So let's try to open using the browser by click the browser, Microsoft Edge. Okay, paste the URL. Okay, as what you can see, this is the Microsoft credential page site. So from this site, it requires us to supply the username and password of Microsoft. But from here, I see that this site is something which I'm not familiar with, and yet it asked me to supply the username password, which it may link to something like phishing site. Okay, so from here, I know that I should not continue and I should close it. Okay, so this is something useful with the Windows Sandbox. You can test whatever which you're not sure inside this Windows Sandbox, and it will not harm to your PC. Well, you may ask, what is the changes in this Windows Sandbox in Windows 11 compared to the Windows 10? So the answer is Microsoft has improved the performance of the Windows Sandbox in Windows 11, especially on the loading and also the smoothness when you try to move something and copy something into the Windows Sandbox. Okay, hope you enjoy this demo. We'll go to the next topic. Okay, you may ask, since VDI come with the auto rollback function. How can I apply the Windows update to virtual desktop? Okay, so the method is unique. Let me show you now. So as what you can see, we have 3 virtual desktop, and I want to perform the update to these 3 virtual desktop. Now I switch to the Hyper-V Manager, and I have the master template called TMP, is Win11. TMP stands for template. And I connect to this TMP Win11. Okay, so from here, I go to Start button, and then I will go to the Settings. And next, I go to the Windows Update. Okay, now I will start to download the Windows Update. Okay, while waiting, I will bring you to see the history of the Windows Update for this PC. I click this Update History. As what you can see, we doesn't have any Windows Update applied yet. Okay, so now we go back to the Windows Update and wait for the Windows Update to be complete. Okay, now we need to restart the PC. So once restarting, we wait for it to apply the update. And once complete, we log in using the administrator. Okay, next I will create a checkpoint for this master template. Okay, this checkpoint is useful for the next time when the time you want to do the Windows update. So you can anytime just apply to roll back to this checkpoint to continue to run the Windows update. Okay, so next I will go back to this master template. The next thing I need to do is to run the sysprep for this machine. Okay. So once it's spread from, I need to click generalize and choose shutdown and click OK to apply the sysprep. So once done, I need to close this template and I will open the server manager, go to the virtual desktop, click the task and click this recreate all virtual desktop. So I need to choose the master template I applied just now. So the next is about the user log off policy. So I have 2 policies here. So the first is about when user log off from the virtual desktop. The second is based on the schedule. So I choose this recreate virtual desktop now and log off all the user, since now I know that I can log off all the user if they are still using, because I already informed them. Let's say. Okay, now it's running in the exporting the virtual desktop, and let me open the Hyper-V Manager. And as what you can see just now, it's exporting, but let me resize it so that you can see clearer. Yeah, exporting. I try to resize it. Okay. So once the export completed, it will start to do the deployment. So let's see this Win11-1. As what you can see, it's actually deploying. It's showing getting ready. Okay, and one.
What happened?
My choice demo has stopped.
Sure. Is there a video problem? Is there a connection problem?
I think it's line home.
It's connectivity issue, looks like.
Yeah.
His video is so halt. So code, do you have the backup?
I don't have the backup with me.
Yeah.
I look for it. Which one?
Looks like internet connectivity is quite a problem today.
Hello.
Yeah,
Chua, we can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Disconnected.
Yeah.
Oh, is it? But the video finished?
No, the video
No.
only at the stage where
the demo
applying the updates.
Oh, okay. I disconnected without realizing.
Yeah,
Okay.
can you continue?
Can.
Yeah. You just share your screen.
Okay, share again. So I will share the part with the Windows update, huh?
Yes.
Okay. Oh. Yeah.
I think it's a bit further in. Yeah, but it's good. Oh, Chua is connected again.
Yeah.
Shall we go on next?
Yeah.
How much more does Chua have for his demo?
I think about 2 to 3 minutes only. Very last portion already.
Okay. If that's the case, then maybe we just keep going. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So in this case, we thank you Chua for a nice and impressive demo. So let's carry on while Chua is fixing their connection form. Right. Let's move forward. Let's welcome VK and Kenny on their demo about VDI Hybrid to Azure with Azure Virtual Desktop. Over to you, Tim.
Yeah, thanks, Cole. Right.
Thanks, Cole.
Let me share the screen.
Yeah, can you take over the screen? Thank you.
You see our screen?
Yes.
Right. Okay. I think there is some interruption just now. I think on Chua. All right. Basically, what I think thanks Chua actually is there is a great section about the on-prem RDS that is on the virtual desktop. So that is on the on-prem version. So we are actually going to share with you guys is on the cloud version. All right. So previously, actually, its name is called the Windows Virtual Desktop, right? Recently, Microsoft just rebrand, call it the Azure Virtual Desktop. Okay, together, me, myself, you can call me BK here, all right, with Kenny. All right, before actually we show our actually what today our demo agenda, let me just quickly introduce about myself, all right? So I work in IT, I think close to the 25 years already. 10 years in the technical trainer. So basically, I'm a Microsoft certified trainer. Right. So honestly, that is really I love the deep technical and the research on those Microsoft solutions. Right. So I over to Kenny, just let him to introduce a brief about him.
Hi. Okay. Hi. Thanks, VK. I'm Kenny. I'm mainly a technology specialist, pre-sales consultant, and I focus a lot on a hybrid solution, right? I'm together exploring a lot of Microsoft solutions with Noel here. and with the whole community here that we have built, right? Yeah, so it's very exciting that we are talking a lot about Azure Virtual Desktop today, as we can see, with this whole global pandemic, right? Everyone, a lot of organizations have to work and do a lot about hybrid work as well as remote work, right? And this solution will be rightly placed before that to solve that, right? Or all about remote work as well as hybrid work. Okay, over to you, BK, just to start the session.
Yeah, thanks, Kenny. All right.
Yeah.
So before we start our demo section, let's brief about what is our demo agenda here. All right. So we actually have total of 5 topics. So it's talking about how to accessing the virtual desktop. There is a similar technology what Chua has been sharing on the roaming user profile. Yeah, we will talk about similar this technology in Azure VDI. And there is one exciting actually is on we can running on the Microsoft Teams on the Azure Virtual Desktop. So Kenny was sharing with you actually is in terms of the management and the monitoring, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah. Without a delay, let me just actually to move to share with you guys this slide talk about our demo actually today the connection the flow here. All right. If you compare to the on-prem environment, we can say actually is the cloud version in the VDI. Basically, it's Azure the Virtual Desktop. So a few the component actually is fully managed by the Microsoft. Yeah. Example, the web access, gateway broker. All right. In terms of the customer perspective, right? So customers just need to taking care how to actually to manage and deploy. Example, managing on the Azure AD, basically in terms of the user creation, assignment, permission, and hybrid the identity integrate with the on-prem Active Directory. All right. So from this to the back end, actually is Kenny are going to share with you guys how actually easily we can be set up actually is apps. In terms of, they say the remove apps here, even actually we can be deployed, how easy to deploy the additional or scaling out the VM here. And the last thing actually is I just will be talk about on the one of the similar technology in Azure VDI. We call it the FS Logic profile container. All right. So let's jump back to the left-hand side here. So as a customer or as a maybe actually is the remote user, so long actually they have the endpoint, so they can be actually is a different platform, yeah, form factor as well. Whether actually is the tablet, mobile phone, or maybe your existing actually is the laptop or PC. Even actually is bring your own device. So long actually you have the client, we can be actually is accessing the resources actually from the Azure VDI here. All right. So let's jumping into the first demo. I'm going to share with you guys about how we can accessing the Azure Virtual Desktop using the multiple client here. All right. So let's begin our demo here. Right. So the first actually I'm going to demo to you guys is using the HTML the browser. So it can be the Microsoft Edge. Yep. It can be actually is the Google Chrome browser. So just supply the URL just now. Probably your guys, this is a generic address you guys can be found. Right. Definitely there will be prompt the credential. Just supply your the user ID and the password. All right. So once actually you successfully log on Azure VDI here, so there will be application will be appearing on the browser here. Okay. Right. The next actually is I'm going to show you guys how to use the remote the client. Okay. So this remote desktop client actually you can be download and install. Okay. From the Microsoft Download Center. You actually can be gathered or you can be acquired the remote desktop client from the Microsoft Store. Okay. This just a quick show you how actually we can be through the again similarities supply the credential. Yep. All right. once actually again successfully the login this the VDI, so it will be actually appear similar like what actually appear on the web client. So it's a side by side. Guys, just take note. This is to the web client. I'm going actually to demo here. All right. Let me just. All right. So if from the left-hand side, side-by-side comparison here, you guys will be find out this the browser, the client actually is logged in by Kenny ID, and myself actually ID will be on the remote desktop client. So you will find out there is some different department application. So we make the assumption actually saying that different user or different group they have a different actually is the permission access on the remote application here. All right. So in the standard application, we assumption everyone, whole the organization can be access the apps here, all right?
So from the departmental application, you can see that each departments can actually have their own sets of application, correct?
That's correct, yeah, Kenny.
Okay.
All right, so I just resume, continue the video, all right, here. All right, so I'm going actually to open the remote apps directly from the browser, right? So just a little bit here, want to show you guys what this is about here, all right? So when actually you launching the application, example is a PowerPoint here. So this is the option actually will be for you actually to allow your the remote computer to access the resources on my computer, example clipboard. So as we know, actually it's like copy and paste, or maybe it's an audio, microphone, or printer, and even the file transfer. Yep.
Okay, so you can actually redirect all these local resources through to the clipboard in the virtual desktop, correct?
Yes, that's correct, Kenny.
Interesting.
Okay, so this we actually to it's so easy actually to open this Microsoft the PowerPoint here. All right. The next actually want to immediate also to simulate in the event. Yeah, in the event, they say actually is the business user or end user. They usually love open the multiple application on their local laptop, right? So it can be actually perform a similar scenario, right? In Azure the VDI here, right? So next actually is showing to you guys just create a sample the work file. Okay, so this is a sample the work file. I'm actually going to save into the OneDrive. So basically we leveraging this Office 365. So I believe the most all right. Okay, organization they say already have the Office 365 the plan together come with this the OneDrive features here. So you can save it, right? So this is just supply my file name. I save it, and immediate actually I just open a OneDrive to show you guys this is actually file where I save it, where I store it in the OneDrive here, right? Okay. So this is the these are the features and cool. Definitely there is the function actually from the M365 plan here. Okay, now I'm actually to demonstrate actually is the open the remote apps. Yeah, because just now actually I demonstrate is how to open the remote apps from the web client. All right, basically through the browser. This round actually I open the application, remote application via the remote desktop here. Okay, you will actually find out that this is a similar process, right? Yeah. Okay, I'm opening the Excel. Okay, this round actually I also would perform a similar create a sample the Excel file. Yep. But I'm not going actually to save it into the OneDrive. Basically, I just want to save it into the local VDI desktop folder or maybe a document folder here. Okay. Okay. So I just save it as the video here. Save to this PC, the desktop. Right. Okay, supply the Excel file name and I save it into a desktop. So basically, actually, I saved the document at the desktop because I'm going actually to show you guys. And later part, actually, I open the full VDI here. So this is the next the showcase. Okay, so immediately I open the full VDI, right? So same thing, actually, this round you will be get the full version, right? Or not? Just actually it's like full version on your local machine. So immediately your guy will be discovered that actually is my Excel file will be located. So indirectly here actually is telling you similar to this there is a one actually later part I will share with you guys. All right. Okay, stay tuned with that. All right. So to show you that this is the file actually is identical just now I just open it. So that will be the same content. Just now I save it in this Excel sample file here. Right?
BK, okay. I see that you saved the file in the desktop, right? Is it similar something to that Chua showed just now, like regarding roaming profiles? Yeah.
Yes, I think Kenny right now cannot wait it. Basically, I think he's actually is excited. It is about what is the similar the technology what Chua has been shared on the Chua basically is the technology is called roaming user profile, right or not? All right. So this without a delay, I just bring you actually to the next slide. What is this actually is the technology just now we talk about. We call it the FS Logic profile container. Okay. So this is these features basically is store the user profile as the VHD file. They can be actually saved into the Azure the storage account. So basically, it's the Azure the file share, right?
So what does it store? It stores all the documents. What does it store again?
Okay, so long actually you save the file in your desktop document, everything that is the partly or the user profile. So that will be indirectly actually will be saved into the mounted the VHD. At the behind the transparent basically to the end user. In fact, that will be actually at the Azure the file share.
I see. Okay, cool.
Okay, all right. So this I show you guys actually on this how can using this FS Logic profile container in the file share here, right? Okay, let's begin actually this my the demo here. Okay, so I simulate open this full VDI. So I perform a similar after the login. I perform a similar and just create a sample the text file. Okay, right. So I save this sample the text file at my desktop, right? Yep. So I just a bit fast forward. Yeah. After that, I will be open this command prompt just to want to show you guys. This is the current virtual the desktop machine I'm accessing. I'm logged in. Okay. And I'm actually to next to open this management. Basically, that is the tools part of the computer management, right? So in this management, I'm trying actually to show you guys where is this actually is the mounted VHD the attached with your VDI the machine here. Okay, so can you guys see this is actually is the name of the mounted VHD, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I will going to switching to the Azure the portal. So basically, just want to show you guys actually where is this actually is the mounted the VHD located, right? Okay, this will be open the Azure the portal. I go to the storage account. There is a storage account I created, and the file share anyway is the user profile mounted VHD located and stored.
I see. So I can see that all the users here will each have their own little folder, little VHD there. So whenever they log in, they will just be inserted to the VM, right? You'll be attached to it.
Yes, that's correct. Yeah. Okay. All right. So and the next actually, I just want to showing you guys. I will going actually to log into the next VM. Basically, this VM will not as the just now the VM I log in basically to another the VM just to show you guys, this is actually the file I set it, and my user profile will follow me. Again, the behind actually using the FX logic, the profile container. Very similar technology like just now, Chua share roaming user profile. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I perform a similar just to show you guys where is this the machine currently. Yeah. Previously is on the VDI pool 2. Right now I'm actually is the log into this the VDI pool 0, and you also will find out that is the file where I store in the desktop.
Okay, interesting. So it's a different machine, but you can still see the files that you save.
Yes, they will follow where we go. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
BK.
the remain. Yep. Sorry.
Yeah. Go ahead.
So the remaining here actually just want to I reopen the computer management. Where is this is the mounted the VHD. Yeah. So similar actually is what we done the first machine just now I log on.
Okay, just now I saw the Teams application, right? I just wonder how does it look like especially in this environment where everyone is working from home, have to attend a lot of meetings, right? How does it feel if we're using Azure Virtual Desktop in a Teams environment? Right?
Yeah, all right. So I think Kenny again very excited about what is our next sharing on the Microsoft's team running on the VDI. So this is a very cool feature actually in the VDI here. All right. So okay, this is the video. Basically, I will play it right now. Okay, immediate I launch the Microsoft Teams from the the remote desktop client. Okay. Right. Hey, there is the client credential we supply, and we can open the Microsoft Teams over the Azure VDI smoothly and chum, right? Okay, so I will show you guys actually is the version of the Teams. All right, that is one of the cool features actually we call it the media optimize here.
What does the Vdi media optimize means? Yeah.
Okay, so generally, actually, we know when we running the remote app, you may redirect actually the audio and even the camera to the VDI, and then VDI actually to the Teams. But right now with the media optimize, they can running the audio and the video locally, right?
Okay.
So basically, can improving the performance.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Right. So you can redirect. Not redirect. You can use the camera as well as the mic that is on the local machine.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. So this actually I'm going to share how actually is easily the Microsoft Teams actually is using my local speaker, my local microphone, and even actually is my camera, right? So this is the cool features actually in the Teams over the Azure Virtual Desktop. Okay. Immediate, I also showing actually you guys how actually I can through the Microsoft Teams and join a meeting, right? Join a meeting over the Microsoft Teams in the Azure Virtual Desktop here. Let's see how actually we run it.
I remember this.
Hello.
Hi.
Well, everything is running through Azure Virtual Desktop. The camera as well as the mic is all in my location, but I'm connected to the Azure Virtual Desktop session, correct?
Yep. This we connect Azure. Yep. Good.
Yeah.
All right.
This is working great. All right.
Thanks, Kenny.
See you. All right.
Okay. See you. Bye.
There is a cool features in the Teams. Yeah. Running on the Azure Virtual Desktop. Yeah.
Right. So if you guys are curious about how it will look like, yeah. So that is just to show you how is the experience like. I mean, connecting from Teams from Azure Virtual Desktop, right? Okay. Okay.
Okay. So I think that is the my section actually is about the client, how to accessing and also running teams and also the FS logic. So I would like to hand over actually to Kenny to sharing about the management and the monitoring. All right, Kenny, over to you.
Sure. Thank you. Thank you, BK.
Thanks, Kenny.
Okay. Right. Thank you, guys. Okay. So as BK showed about the client perspective, how he logs into the servers using different clients and using teams and all these kind of things. My portion will be more towards managing as well as monitoring the Azure Virtual Desktop environment, right? How do you actually roughly work with the Azure Virtual Desktop portal? Just give you guys a gauge of, from an administrator point of view, what do you guys do, right? Okay, so from this is the Azure portal, if you guys have not seen it before. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to this Azure Virtual Desktop, and over here you can have everything that's to getting started, right? So in terms of managing it, everything is done through here. All right, so over here on the left side, you can see the overview getting started, but mainly to manage the environment, you'll be all from this management side as well as the monitoring side, right? So you can see here that it will be host pool, application group, workspaces, and users, and I'll slowly go through some of this. All right, firstly, we will talk about the host pool. All right, host pool is where you actually create the virtual machines and where you can scale easily everything on the host pool. So this is actually where you host all the sessions, right? I can see here that you have virtual machines, total sessions, and things like that, right? All right, so you can see. So just in this demo itself, I'm just will be showing you how easy it is. Just say you want to scale from maybe now I have total 3 machines and suddenly I have influx of users. Suddenly I need to cater to 20, 30, or even 100 virtual machines, right? How do, as an organization, can easily use this solution to scale? All right, so very easily you can come through to the total machines and you can add, right? You can see here that these are the machines that we were using initially. You can see, all right. So how easy it is? It's just add virtual machines to a host pool, and everything from there will be already pre-configured, and any new information will be done through this portal here. All right, just say where you want to state put your local virtual machine, the availability zone that you want, as well as the image, right? Okay, you may notice that the session that Chua did just now was all done on Windows 11, right? Okay, so that is on the on-prem version, that because he was using a custom image on Windows 11, right? This on the Azure Virtual Desktop, currently the options for Windows 11 hasn't popped up because it's still in preview, right? Once it's in fully released, you'll be here. However, you can also upload a custom image if you want to choose to actually use a Windows 11 for Azure Virtual Desktop, right? So that is possible still, right? So that from here, we just choose the latest version with Microsoft 365 pre-installed, all right? And here, this is where you actually choose, right, how you want to scale it. So at this point, I just say I want to scale additional 10 more virtual machines, number of VMs, right? Okay, so I just need to choose the network security, and then I go and input the domains as well as the virtual machine administrator account. All right, this whole process will take some time, so I'm not going to do it, but I'm just going to show you what are the options and how easily to go. Because once you click create, it will start to create, and it will probably take, depending on how many virtual machines. My experience is about half an hour. You will actually be able to see about 10 to 20 virtual machines being created. All right, so that's easy. How easy it is if you want to scale. All right, next is
how about if they say we want to scale down?
Scale down, right? So if you scale down, you can see here initially we have this portion here that you can actually just delete, remove pool. Where is my video just now? Here. There's this portion here, add virtual machine, but before that, I can actually do a removal of a virtual machine. So now it's create. You can also just easily remove it. Where is the option?
Yeah, okay. No problem. I think there is a easily actually is just go into that
Correct.
machine. Yes, there is a one option.
That's easily just to you can just remove the virtual machines. Just at this point you can see. All right, but never mind. I'll just go on first. Okay, so next is that I'm just showing you the session hosts. I have 3 hosts here, and these are the active session. Currently, I've actually one active session that's involved, which is I'm connected to it, right? Okay, in this session itself, I can see that I'm connected to this host, and I can see that the options here I have is that I can also choose to notify users or even log off users. So say what if I want to actually have an maintenance window and would like to ask the users to actually please log off your virtual machines because we are actually doing a maintenance. We might be doing some image refresh, things like that. So you can use this notify users option here to actually ask them to log off, for example, right? Okay, so that is how easy it is just to make them log off, all right? And then you send the users a message, all right? So next portion, this is the part where you actually deal with all the applications, right? Just now, I think BK showed like all the common applications, standard applications, right? Coming from a group. So this is how you can actually create maybe a common application group with all the common apps, and then you can have maybe a different departmental applications, right? For maybe finance, marketing to use, right? So this you can see, I just add easily I can choose to actually manage all the applications from calculator, Microsoft Edge, all these standard applications. And then I can choose to where I want to assign all these applications. All right. Okay. Yeah. So from here, you can actually do some financial application, marketing app group, and things like that, right? To actually differentiate, to assign different applications. Next is this is where the workspace, which is actually a control plane where you actually pull all your resources from application groups as well as the host pools. All right, and also you'll be able to see that you can actually manage all the users from these users here, right? I can see I can do check out on the user itself, what are the individual assignment, group assignments, as well as the sessions that this person is logged into. All right, and I can see here that this session that's logged into, and I can also choose to do a disconnect or a log off, right? Send message to user, which I did. All right, you can also log off or disconnect. All right, so this is all about the management of this Azure Virtual Desktop, right? Very simple, and you can actually within 1 hour or so you can actually build up this whole infrastructure, right? Okay, let's go on to my next portion. But how about if I have an environment where I have 100, 200 desktops that I'm managing, right? How and do we actually manage them? And what are the tools that's available, right? Okay, so from this area, you can see here there's a monitoring capability within Azure Virtual Desktop, right? There's a built-in to have insights onto your environment, all right? Insights, and that is a lot of insights that you can see here, all right? Firstly, you can see here, check out the host pool details that you can see. I'm giving you all the information, all right, in terms of the how many pool you guys have and how many sessions is connected to. Currently, it's only 1, but yeah, you can overall see all the pools that you have, all the VMs that you say you have, right? And what are the pool type, okay? And then you can also see the connection performance, host diagnostics, right? Event log errors, all these will be put together and will be saved, and you can actually view all of them, right? From this little page here, okay? You can even look into the utilization of the monthly, daily users, daily connections, all right? All this data, if you're actually managing a small group, might not mean so much, but if you're managing 100 users, 200 users, it will actually mean a lot because you can really see that how well this solution is working in your environment and whether people are actually facing any issues. All right. Next is that just to show you a little bit on the connection diagnostics. All right, we can see here from the volume of users, potential connectivity. Oh, sorry. Connection diagnostics. All right, what I want to show here is that at this one point here, you can also focus on some failures here. If there are any problems that's connecting to your environment, you can actually choose to focus on failures, right? And you can see here that the volume of users that are having some issues with the connections, or volume of users that with users that are not facing some success rates, right? You can really go through down to that. Okay. Okay. Next is that we can also see the host performance, all right, in terms of the server of it. Things like input delay will also be measured in terms of the applications. For example, Excel, PowerPoint, Outlook, what are the delays and things like that from the input delay. You can see from processes itself, right? I can really see how well this solution is working because everything is being monitored. Okay. In the normal environment, it would be very hard to actually get all these metrics, right? So, and you can see a lot of these metrics has been collected and actually been published on this solution. The other portion that I like to show is also this workbook here that we have, is that you can really see that this solution can show the overview, but also you can see the on location heat map. Right, this is interesting is that you can see if you have 100 users, where are they logging in from, right? Over here, I can see that some from Kuala Lumpur, I'm from Malaysia, right? So I can see where the locations they're coming from. Shah Alam, map 3, right? So you can really see where the users are coming in and what are the clients that you're using and things like that, right? So yeah, so a lot of information that you can actually go on to. Right, and you can even go through a user-specific reporting. All right, so to look into, for example, I drill down to Kenny, right, and I can see that all connections that's been connected to it. All right, so I can even look into that user itself, right, and what are the most frequently used applications, right, like Microsoft Teams, PowerPoint, Word, or for example, right, you can really see that this user, what are the things that they're working on, right? You can go down there, hey, we actually assign you certain applications, but you're not using it. So you can actually find out from there, right, whether what kind of applications they're using, all from the point of view of a particular user. All right, so that should be a very good matrix as well. So all these metrics, right, pulling back from the physical environment, it will be very hard to get all this information, right? But with a solution like Azure Virtual Desktop, you can actually really gain insights to your performance as well as the user behavior in your environment. All right. So yeah, I will not go on any longer. I think I just provided quite a overview in terms of the management as well as the monitoring. I'm going to pass this time to Cole. Any questions regarding this solution, you can just drop it down to the comments and we will be happy to answer it. Okay. Hi, Cole. Passing it over to you.
Hi. Thank you.
Right.
Thank you, Kenny and BK. Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can see your screen, Cole.
Yeah, what a great demo that did a sharing of Azure Virtual Desktop with a live scenario taking into consideration. Before I continue to talk about a love story between Microsoft and Linux, let me share some of my first 24 hours on Windows 11, where I categorize it into 11 areas. First of all, when I first started using Windows 11, the refreshing and organized design impressed me. I personally like the pinned app lineup and alignment between all the apps icons in the start menu, where make me feel comfortable while navigating and searching for the apps that I'm looking for. When I drill down further and I go deeper into the system configuration, I found out that The setting menu has been simplified with lesser categories. Right? Main category objects like system, networks and internet, personalization, and apps will always stay at the left of the screen, even with the subcategory being selected. Right? It makes me feel more convenient while making configuration between different setting categories. Right? Microsoft Store has received an all-new design. However, the biggest impression for me on Microsoft Store would be the coming soon Android app support capability. I cannot wait to try it out while it's ready, where it's currently under beta, so it's not available yet. Furthermore, in the start menu, I found an app called Xbox. By looking at it, I was thinking whether I can connect a gamepad and turn my machine into an Xbox game console. So this will be an interesting area to explore more. Widgets has a back in Windows 11. I personally like it very much by turning it become my reading panel for what I should focus on every day. For information like local weather forecast, latest newsfeed, viewing my to-do list, checking and follow up on calendars for appointments and events and so on. While the window widget is at the left of the screen, by navigating to the right of the screen, new notification UI impressed me with a major information that I need to concentrate on. Whether there are some important updates needs my attention to schedule my system for maintenance, whether there's any connection issue for my apps like OneDrive or even mail client, as well as some other security warnings. It's useful for me to have all them shown in a single pane of glass. Windows 11 comes along with a productivity features called Snap Layout. This is one of the innovative features that allowing me to arrange application windows logically on the screen. I can snap my open apps window to a side of the corner to suit my working environment needs. Furthermore, I like to play games. I'm a hardcore gamer for RPG and action RPG games. Graphics experience always my top concern. With latest DirectX 12 Ultimate supported in Windows 11, it takes graphic experience to a whole new level of realism. It improved my gaming experience with higher refresh rate, better highlights, better contrast, and wider range of color details. Really amazing. I'm going to be very interesting to build my own DIY Xbox game console with a gamepad connected to that machine. This is really interesting area that I'm going to explore more after that. As a system administrator, I deal with different monitoring apps every day. New Windows 11 with virtual desktop allowing me to create different virtual desktop for different purposes. I can have one virtual desktop for Office Suite, one for my monitoring tools, one for my PowerShell, and so on. My productivity has very much improved by combining virtual desktop together with Snap Layout. Meanwhile, I can even customize my virtual desktop with emoji. What a cool work for Microsoft on this, right? Furthermore, apart from that, I would like to thank Microsoft by bringing this new command line interface into Windows 11. Windows Terminal allowing me to run different command line interface within the same Windows, instead of going to Start menu to call them out individually. The amazing part now, I can call out the Windows Terminal by right-click my mouse from the desktop. This is really a cool design where you can just right-click your desktop and then to call out the command line instead of go into the Start menu and looking for it. Last but not least, one of my famous features since Windows 10 called Windows Subsystem for Linux. With Windows 11, the whole execution method and usage experience has been changed. I managed to build my dream machine with seamless integration between Microsoft and Linux, where I can run Microsoft and Linux Egg not only in the Microsoft environment as well as Linux environment. But furthermore, I think this is a platform where system administrators like me dreaming for more than quite some time, right? For example, Microsoft Windows does not come with a dictionary app pre-installed, but I can run the dictionary app that comes by default in Linux distro. Not to mention those powerful network management tools that bundle with certain Linux distro like Kali Linux. What a wonderful feature. Right. So that's all for me. Thank you for watching my impressions about Windows 11 for the first 24 hours. Right. Let's the love story continue. Right. Since the day companion relationship founded between Microsoft and Linux not so long ago, two of them have worked closely and seamlessly to enlightening end user with their successful platform. Right. Looking at user running workloads on Windows or on Linux, looking at user run them on-prem or even in public cloud. Users just want it to work, right, and to work together regardless of the operating system. Microsoft has heard our voice, understand our word, hence, there has come an amazing platform for both systems to work together seamlessly and toward better future. The platform is called Windows Subsystem for Linux. Right. Without further ado, let me share what I mean. Right. This is an example of Windows Subsystem for Linux that is running on Windows 10. And this will be the Windows Subsystem that is running on Windows 11. Right. Let me show a pre-recorded video on how I'm using the application for these different platforms to accomplish my work. Right. So this is my video. Let me start it. So this is my Windows 11 desktop. All right. So this is not the latest build, and I'm currently having two virtual desktops running, one for my general workspace and one for my Linux X window and Linux terminal. All right. With snap layout functionality working on a Windows 11, I'm positioning my different apps window to respective area to maximize my logical screen allocation. My Ubuntu window is running on the top left corner file for my file access, right? For my Linux file access, right? Where my Microsoft Edge browser running at the bottom corner for my general browsing purpose. At the same time, Ubuntu terminal are running at the right bottom corner for my Windows screen. I will use this Ubuntu terminal to run my Ubuntu command execution. At the same time, I also having my Kali Linux terminal running at the top right corner for my network monitoring tools execution. As an example, I'm using a network management tools from Kali Linux to check for possibility system breach on one of my network connected device. As you can see from the screen here, my scanner device has one non-standard port open, which is port 81. All right. So as a system administrator, I must make sure this non-standard port 81 is open for some noted intended purpose, right, instead of being compromised. As a result, this port 81 noted to be used for firmware recovery in the event where the normal port 80 service is corrupted. So I will show that this is safe to be opened on the set devices. So let's go back to my main workspace to get my deck ready for this event. Right. Before I start, let me show you how the result look like. So everyone can see my screen with the deck showing.
Yeah, we can see. Go.
So this will be the presentation deck that I'm using just now, where I have a world map pointing out where does all my team members located, like Ama is from India, Noel, Kenny, Chua, VK, right? Is from West Malaysia, and I myself is actually from East Malaysia, right? So let's continue, right? So this is my deck. So I still waiting for my background to be ready, right? Where as a result that I show you just now. Let's minimize it. So this will be the world map that I'm going to use. And before that, I will use a Microsoft Pen to edit the photo first by putting the name that I require. As for example, I'm putting Ama, which is located in India, Noel, Kenny, Chua, BK, that is located in West Malaysia, and I myself is located in East Malaysia. So I will using the Microsoft Pen to do this wording input first, then I will switch to Linux machine to continue my further editing. Right? Because Microsoft Windows does not come pre-installed with a multi-layer graphic editing tools that allow me to add in a tagging sign. So as you can see, there is a tagging sign here where I'm going to tag the location where my members are from. Right? From here, I will right-click the photo and open with the program that is running from the Ubuntu. So this is my uncompleted deck. So the photo open. Let me zoom in to show more detail. Right. So what I'm doing now, I will open a tagging sign and I copy a layer and insert it to the respective location. I will resize it properly and I will tag India to represent the location for Ahmad. Right. After that, I will make a new copy to tag West Malaysia for Noel, Kenny, Chua, and VK. Finally, I will make a new copy to tag East Malaysia to represent myself. To finalize the editing, I will merge all layers into one and export the edited photo to a new file called background.jpg. I will save it in the Linux file system. Save, export. So what's done, I will close the program and discard to replace the original file. So once you are done, you can see that the newly saved background photo is here and it's ready. It's actually saved in the Linux file share, okay? And it's ready for my presentation slide preparation. Right? Let's maximize my deck that I opened just now. I'm going to insert a background file that located from the Linux share folder. Right? I will open the Linux share and look for the background that I edited. Right? Here you go. Right? So it's done and I'm ready to go for my presentation. Right? Through this demo, I demonstrate how leveraging tools and apps from different platforms to perform network security monitoring and photo editing on background picture that used in the PowerPoint. At the same time, I will also show you how easy is it to search and run the apps that are available for my installed Linux distro. Okay, let's minimize the PowerPoint and then I go to the search, right? Let's say I want to run a dictionary app that is available from our Ubuntu. Alright, so I search for it and the dictionary app comes out and let's say I'm searching for a definition about a word called Linux. Right, here you go, all the results come out. Let's open another app like calculator. Right, search for Ubuntu and search for apps and the calculator comes out. Right. Let's do more searching, like for example, I'm looking for Firefox that is available in my Ubuntu distro. Right. So as you can see here, all the app is running natively. Right. Windows will search those applications available in my Windows subsystem and make it available inside the start menu as well as the searching bar. Right. So as you can see, the web browser is running. Right. And I will also showcase that how you're going to run apps that are available pinned on the start menu. For example, running the Sudoku, right? As well as I can run a scientific calculator from Kali Linux. This is another distro that has been enabled in my Windows subsystem for Linux. Through the second part of the demo, I have shown you how to search for Linux app as well as running DOS have pinned on the start menu. Moving forward, I will show you how the way I enable the Windows subsystem for Linux in a few simple steps. Right. Basically, you can enable the feature via turn Windows feature on and off menu or PowerShell. In Windows features menu, what you need to do is to enable two features, one of it called virtual machine platform, right? The other one is called Windows subsystem for Linux, right? Once you tick these two options, you click on OK to complete the feature installation, right? After that, what you need to do is to navigate to Microsoft Store to search for intended distro and click on the launch button to begin with the installation progress. Right. Once you see this screen, means the installation is completed and you are ready to continue with admin account creation. Right. So this is how I enabled the Windows subsystem for Linux in my Windows 11. These are some resources available online for those who intended and interested to know more about the concept and benefit for Windows subsystem for Linux. Right. If you have any question, kindly drop them into the chat window and we shall happy to answer that. Right. I think this is will be the very last slide for me. Right. So Amar, Chua, Kenny, VK, is there anything you want to add on?
No, it's good. Kindly fill up the feedback form.
For me.
Yeah, feel free to fill out the feedback form. Right. I hope, right. Right. I hope you enjoy all the different scenario on the demos that we have created for you. As shared, we started with Amma looking at the overview of Windows 11, followed by Chua, who did a great demo about the RDS and VDI running on Windows Server 2022 with different scenario taking into consideration. And of course, after that, we have the Azure demo, which focusing on the virtual desktop in Azure, led by BK and Kenny. And then finally, I show you a little bit out of my experience with Windows 11, and of course, the Windows system for Linux. Right.
Thank you, Ko. Thank you.
Last but not least, kindly share what you have learned today. Sharing helps deepen our knowledge and make it transferable through inheritance. Right. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. Anyone has any questions, please put it on our chat window. This will be active and accordingly out of our team, we will try to respond you guys. And
thank you.
Thank you.
The meeting will end here. See you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, wow, perfect.
Thank you, bye.
Praise God.
Thank you.
All right, thank you everyone for joining us. Hope all of you enjoyed it.
Thank you, Noel.
Thank you.
Welcome. Take care.
Oh, awesome, man.
So we all request you, please put the feedback on the feedback form link shared. Let's go ahead, Noel.
Good timing.
Wow, fantastic.
Yeah, on spot.
So hope all of you have a good evening, have your meal, and also see you the next time. Yeah, we'll be posting the video recording later. All right, thank you.
See you guys. Bye.
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 Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.